finally figured this out occasionally. All right. Hi, everyone, and thank you for coming to our monthly College Outreach COI call. I'm Ann McMillan. I'm the chair of the College Outreach COI. The agenda is up on the screen for those that are on GoToMeeting. And if you're on the phone, we'll be introducing each of the agenda items as we go. So I guess, Eddie, I'll turn it over to you for any updates from national. I guess I can update this to just be national updates instead of COVID-19 updates soon, hopefully.
Yeah, nothing too relevant for this group. We are in the middle of an all staff day today where the entire staff is here. So it's the first time we've all been in the office with modified COVID rules. I think the instructions we are getting is each team member is going to figure out a remote / in-person work schedule. But since all our work ends up being remote, it doesn't really impact us. Wherever Janine and I are, we'll be able to keep up our management of this community. So other than that, I think, and then we went over things we've discussed last month. FMW next week is our last technical conference that will be virtual. We'll still do a virtual PLW next month, and then we've got our virtual forum with SBC being our first opportunity to gather in person. I did send Ann an email. There will be a process for us to request meeting space so that the COI can hold its regular COI meeting at SBC during the conference. So that November meeting will amend, and instead of holding it during our regular time frame, we'll bump it to, or I guess we can make that decision if we need to hold them both. But traditionally, we would bump that monthly meeting to be held at JETSI or at SBC. I think that is it for us on COVID. You're on mute.
Yeah. I said I'm going to try to coordinate with Corey to see if we can have our meetings be semi near the same, like one after the other. For those folks that might be interested in both groups, or we might be able to get some volunteers from the young member group as well.
Yeah, well, you reminded me that we also are planning to have a meeting, and it would be open, but it would be coordinated among the K-12 STEM Outreach Chair and representing this COI and our camp COI and our young professional COI. We want to have a special meeting of those representatives from those four communities of interest to start putting some definition, or maybe by then continue to add some definition to a strategy of moving student members to professional members. And that's going to be one of the big activities that Janine's going to be focused on too. So we'll be able to convene and have a more in-depth discussion as a follow-up to the forum.
So for our leadership updates, our last COI leadership team meeting was last week on Wednesday, so July 13th. We went over finalizing our work plan slides for the year, and we talked about our goals for this upcoming year and starting to plan for the events that we have coming up. So like Eddie said, we're doing our forum on student members and student chapters in August. So that'll be the week after PLW, so 16 to 18 August. And then we will be hosting some events at the Small Business Conference to be determined. We haven't decided on those quite yet, but we're starting to plan those as well. And so those are our main topics of that. And our leadership team updates, we're always looking for more volunteers. So if anybody is looking to get more involved with the COI and would like to be part of our leadership team or just be on for some special projects, let me know. Two positions specifically that we have open right now are our young professionals liaison. So they would be our liaison to the young professional COI. And then we are looking to have a vice chair, assistant to the vice chair of events. So as we get back to in-person, hopefully our events will take on a bigger part of the COI, and that will probably involve a little bit of extra work. So we're looking to get some help on that one from someone. So if you know anyone that might be interested, let us know, send me an email, phone call, happy to answer questions about those.
Hey, Ed, I don't have it in my notes, but who did we last time we also discussed a student, actually recruited a student to serve on the leadership team.
Yes, and I wanted to talk with Andra more to see if she had any thoughts about the wording for that or the possible role that might have as far as duties that would involve the virtual student chapter as well. But we're looking to get more student involvement on the COI leadership team. I think that's an important aspect that right now we're kind of lacking. So if you know any interested students that would be interested in participating more on the COI, please send them my way. It would be great to have some more student perspective on this COI in the leadership team, in addition to the folks that answer our surveys and we connect with through our student chapters.
Awesome, thanks.
Anne, this is Jim Worshing. I wanted to verify with you the forum that we're going to have in August. Is it appropriate for a student chapter, especially a brand new student chapter, to be involved in that event?
Yes, definitely. We're going to go into some more details on it later on in the agenda, but yes, definitely. All of our student chapter mentors, faculty advisors, student members, anyone who would like to attend is welcome to attend. This is
Great.
Hopefully going to be mostly a discussion between all the folks on the call, and we can share what's worked at student chapters and what doesn't work. So it's hopefully will be more of a discussion-based exercise than a presentation. That's the goal, to have everyone be able to talk and share ideas and share best practices and maybe not so best practices that haven't worked. So that's the goal of that. So yes, everyone is welcome.
Hey,
Great,
Anne, can I just add for Jim's benefit, we're also trying to make it more easy to access, that we've got a team of Marilyn Zenko, Ron Welch, and Mike Scarano. That's kind of our student chapter team, that at any time, we want to be able to provide more direct technical assistance to folks needing, a little bit more specialized attention. So between Janine, myself, those three, and, we can always set up a special conversation if there's something you're trying to address.
Great, thank you.
I think Andra could not join us today, and she didn't have much for updates, just that she's working on setting up the future webinars for the virtual student chapter. Eddie, I don't know if you have anything else, if you've talked to her separately, if she had anything else to add, or you have anything else to add.
No, we have the website updated, but she and I haven't connected, and I think at this point, with everything else going on, I think it's as soon as we can regroup, we can consider another workshop, but we don't have anything planned just yet.
Sounds good. All right. So our forum on students and student chapters. So like we mentioned earlier, this will be happening in August on the 16th to the 18th. 3 to 5 p.m. I think each day, correct? Get my calendar real quick.
Some details here.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah,
3
that's
to 5
correct, 3
p.m.
to 5.
each day.
Eastern.
And each day has a separate topic. So our first session will be engaging student members. Session 2 will be successful student chapter and post relations. And session 3 will be encouraging student. Is that our third topic?
No, sorry. The third one is on the
transitioning to. Okay.
Yeah. No,
Like,
I realize that, yeah, we have the summary here, but we don't have the actual dates. I think it might be on the college outreach.
And for those that are newer to the call, we did have this forum last year. So the recordings of those sessions are online as well. If anyone is interested in sort of what we talked about last time, we'll be going over some of the same basics to catch everybody up to, but just interested in what the history of this forum, you can peruse that as well. Yes, so student members, sustainable student chapters, and then transitioning from student member to professional member. So those will be our 3 topics. So like I said, hopefully these will be more discussions than PowerPoint, death by PowerPoint. That's the goal. Marilyn, did you have anything you want to add on the forum right now? You're on mute.
Sorry about that. I don't have anything except the fact that this is a Eddie question. Did we have another call set up for the planning?
For the planning team, I believe we something up after our last one. Did we? I mean, I don't remember anything going out.
That's I was trying to look for it and I couldn't find it either, and I thought maybe I just missed it or something.
I think we did our meeting, our last meeting. I don't think we set up a next one, so we probably should do that.
Yeah, Eddie, this is Ron. I agree. There's not one scheduled.
All right.
Yeah, I don't see one on mine right now.
All right. Well, I mean, the last one was Monday at 5. If we want to back that up to Monday at 4, the 26th, would that work?
Yes, that works on my end. Ron, or maybe Ron's not on, Mike.
Yeah, that should work for me.
Sure.
Okay, we'll follow up with after this call with a calendar invite for Monday the 26th at 4 p.m.
Great, thank you for catching that.
It looks like we have a question too about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the conference registration to the conference is free for student members. The workshops, are there separate workshops at small business?
There aren't. Anything that is ticketed would not be free, though, at our workshop. The only thing that we cover is at like SBC would be the registration. But the ball, any tours, any of the ticketed activities at any of our events, a student would have to pay. And they would have
and
to.
The forum in August is free as well, just in case that was a
Yes,
question.
forum is free. Yeah.
So for the workshop we're having in August, do you have to register for it, or can you just jump on if I send this out to my fellow officers?
The one in August.
As long as you,
oh, go ahead.
yeah, as long as you have the link, you can just forward that link. It'll work.
Okay.
Yeah, we have it posted on the national calendar. We're going to add in the links here to the national calendar entries so that you can, save them right from the college outreach page. Or if you skim the national calendar, you'll see an entry for each of the 3 sessions and with the call-in information, and you can just save it to your calendar from the SAME national calendar.
And hopefully this is going out on the monthly newsletter thing, right, too?
It will get announced by marketing when they announce all the virtual events that are going on for that month. So we'll submit this, and that I think will go out the first week of August. And then we'll send an e-blast to the COI roster, our list of chapter mentors, faculty advisors, and student officers. And I think that covers a good chunk of who we would hope to be there.
Question, who updates the student officer roster?
There's we have a, let me get to it. There is a website for student chapters with a bunch of resources. One of them is this student chapter status report. So you'd submit this, and this is where you update us on any personnel changes from the mentor, faculty advisor, or actually we only record the chapter president in this. So everybody, from there you could forward the invite to anybody else at the chapter that you would like. But this is how you would report to us any changes. Any other questions on this?
Okay. So if anybody has any questions or topics that they would like to cover during those sessions, please feel free to send them to myself or to Marilyn, and we can get those added to our discussions for those sessions. I think it'll be, last year they were great discussions, and it was great to talk with everyone and hear what was going on at all of our different student chapters and for our student members. So I hope that will be the case again this year. I think it definitely will. We have an awesome group to work with. Did anyone have any other questions on the forum? Okay. Number 7, our COI work plan. So we finalized that yesterday, and those got sent up to whoever is reviewing those. I forget exactly, Cindy. And so those will get reviewed, and we're going to move forward with executing our work plan for the rest of the year, which will be exciting. I don't think there's too much more to add on that. So for small business conference, like I said earlier, we're working on planning for events for that. We will be doing in-person events since it will be an in-person conference, and we'll also be doing a virtual orientation as well for those that are attending virtually. I think that'll be pretty similar to the virtual orientation we did for JETSI. And the goal is to make sure we're involving all the student members who attend virtually or in person. Beyond that, we have not decided what events we're going to do at small business. So if anyone has any suggestions for events that they think would be helpful at small business conference, please let me know. One of our goals is to do an event with the young members, so that will happen. We just don't know what the format will be yet. And we'll see what else we can get planned. Any questions on small business or suggestions that people have at the moment? All right, cool. Eddie, did you have anything you wanted to update about scholarships?
No, it's still an open to do for us to regroup. Well, Janine, do you want to talk about what you're doing with San Antonio, though?
We are working with the San Antonio Post right now. They're going to be using the online form through SAME National, joining Anchorage and San Diego in terms of managing the scholarship applications that way. And we're in the final phases of narrowing down what are the questions and the sequence and how that is all going to be handled. So a lot of thanks to the people who have been working on that. That's.
Yeah, we're utilizing a new system, which will be the system that will power a lot of our applications when we bring on the new database. I haven't used it. Janine's been serving this point, but it is going to be easier for us to be managing the whole application process and the applicant information that we're gathering through that to either send to reviewers and to be able to put into the database. The benefit for us is that we capture then every student that applies, because they have to become a student member first before they can apply. And then the benefit to the Post is we aggregate the entire process in one location, and their reviewers can access it through their member database. It's a test, but if you're a Post that has a scholarship program and you want to try it out, you can see what we've already put together. We've created a landing page for it that I'll pull up real quick. To start highlighting our role in giving out scholarships, and then here's where we list the 2 that are current, and we'll add San Diego. For everybody else, there's just a general guidance for students to go to the Find a Post page, go to the individual post page, and see if they've got any scholarship information. Again, this is meant to make scholarships more accessible, not just be a kind of an insider's resource. So yeah, if anybody wants to join the test, let us know. We just need about 4 or 5 months advance notice from your deadline to get the process started.
Hey, Eddie, I had a question about that. When is the, it was my understanding that this was supposed to be the norm, that we're supposed to have all the posts, you know, I know that's the goal, but I thought that was an expectation. Is there an expectation for all the posts to have their scholarships available through this? So there is not, okay.
No, I mean, because we would never be, we don't operate in that kind of mode where we manage it, you know, those processes. That's really the purview of the posts. I think we want to make a value argument because a lot of posts run scholarships and we have no data on their scholarship recipients. So to me, their students are, you know, would be at a loss if they're not getting access to student member programming. But there's no obligation by post to utilize our system. And we don't do any of the awarding or anything. All we're doing is running the application process, but the reviews, the selection, recognition, all of that is still on the post.
All right. Do we have any updates from other COIs that anyone would like to share, or relevant things that they've heard from their other COIs?
I can give an update on the enlisted COI because that's one that I've just now started managing. As part of the new work plan, they are designating a STEM liaison. And right now it would likely be a single person, but it could eventually be split into two. But it would be a liaison to both this COI and the K-12 COI, really to focus on how enlisted members can get utilized as volunteers and just support, you know, our various outreach efforts. We don't have that position selected, and we haven't regrouped with the COI leadership to, you know, see where we stand on getting somebody to fill that space.
Great, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Keep us updated.
Sure.
All right. And as always, our last item is just let us know if there's something that you would like us to cover as the topic for our COI monthly meetings. And as always, let us know if there's any way that we can help you. We're always here to help. Like Eddie said, we have vice chairs for our various positions. So if there's a specific topic you need help with for student members or student chapters, we are here to help you. So let us know and we'll try to get you. If we can't help you, point you in the right direction of who can. And I'll just open up the floor if anybody has any last comments, questions, requests. All right. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see y'all next month.
Thank you so much.